I'm so excited. So today we get to paint the owl. And the owl is super fun. I'm going to show you two. This is the first one I did. And that's cool, right? And I look at the funnest part about the whole thing is to try to get this neat texture on the feathers, like little one with brown and white. But then look at what I did when I made this one. I don't know, it's a weird. It's the same painting for me, but look how much more white I used and more texture. I have more lumps, but I don't know which one I like better. It depends. Like this I touched more, right? And she's basically brown, right? But this one has more texture. I was more thick with my, I don't know. You decide, right? How you want to do it. But otherwise, they're pretty much the same. So how you do your paint is pretty much how yours is going to show up, right? So it's just in pencil, right? And I did my eyes blick with Sharpie so you can see them better, right? But look how you can hardly see my pencil. Maybe I should outline this in black real fast so you can see it. I didn't realize how it looks from where you are. No, I need a Sharpie. I'm looking in the camera and you can't see. So I outline it. Don't you outline it. Pencil's fine because the paint can cover up the pencil. No worries. Ooh. And it doesn't matter if I miss the lines because I'm going over them with paint. Anyway, now you can see what see, that shows it better in the camera, huh? That's better. Okay. Pencil's so light. And I have my beauty light right there. So it makes the canvas look really white. And then, do you have this part drawn, his chest? Is that drawn on yours? It's not drawn on mine. So I'm going to guess. I don't know. Like that? Okay. So we're going to paint the moon first. So the moon, we're going to paint it white while our paintbrush is nice and clean. We paint the whole moon white and then we add 2 colors of yellow, right? You can't see, right? So it's this caramely color and bright yellow. And the caramely color we use again for her beak and her toes, but that's all. That's it, right? And then the bright yellow is just for the moon and on the leaves. So we get 3D. Because how many color values do you need for 3D? 3. So if we put one version of yellow, it'd be like, oh, nice yellow and white, boring. But because we're going to use this caramel color as slightly darker, it'll be like darker holes in the moon. And then the yellow could be, and then white is also one of my colors and it has interesting texture. So I'm going to open my white and these 2 yellows. Pop. Boop. Smells like paint. So we're going to outline our moon with our big paintbrush, right? And then remember how we outline with paint? As soon as we push hard, our paintbrush goes, right? And then we stare at one hair that does the outlining. And we can't draw, we're humans. It's our parents' fault because they were humans. We can't draw circles. So tell yourself it's a rainbow and a smile, right? And then we'll trace it around the owl. But what if you get a little bit of white on the owl? It won't hurt nothing. But I still want you to remember to be able to see where the pencil goes, right? So I'm gonna stab my white paint. And we're gonna get the whole moon wet with some white and then add the yellows and it'll change to baby yellow and stuff like that, mixing with the white. So I get my white and I just stab it like I'm mad, right? Because it's a lot, but I have far to go and I land inside the moon and my paintbrush goes, whoop, and then I can stare at that one hair that's gonna do the outlining and it's rainbow smile. Oh, and this will only last about this big. So we'll have to stop and get more paint. So I go, smash. Oh, and it's white on white. You're not going to be able to see nothing. But I go, smash. And then one from inside the moon. And there I ran out. And now it's all dry. So then I get more paint. And I don't scribble. How come I don't scribble? And it's only white. I don't scribble because I need a smooth outline. Once I have a smooth outline, filling it in is scribbles. So I go poke, stab my white paint, and then I land, smash, sneak up, and I push my paint like a bulldozer. And that pushing is what gets that nice, thick, smooth edge. Staring at one hair does all the work, and then I ran out of paint. Step. Oh, now you can't see because I bump into my... There. You can't see what I did because it's white on white. Now you do it. Mia, you don't have your apron on and you have a nice sweater and pants on. Can put your apron on just in case it doesn't come out of your clothes, or put some play clothes on that you don't care about. Those look brand new. Okay, and now what about going and outlining my owl? Right? I stab my white paint. I don't know, you just kind of ride the roller coaster. So I smash above her forehead, smash, and then sneak down and ride the roller coaster. You know, this is practice for outlining the moon with blue. So it has more than one purpose. To get nice, smooth edges with the white is practice for putting the blue around the moon. Okay, so it has a purpose. You're thinking, why? Why am I doing that? And then I go next to her cheek, smash. Woo, and her tummy. There. Now that I have a good outline, you know, around my moon and my owl, now I don't know if you can see it for shininess, but it's all dry, right? So I'm just going to stab my white paint, and I can tell white on white, you can't, if it's shiny. So I'm going to use the light in the room to see if I got it. I don't want any, even though it's white, you're like, why am I painting it? Because this wet white surface is going to change the color of my yellows when I put them on there. There. Now the whole moon is shiny. It's shiny. I'm not getting a good reflection in your camera. Now you do it. Look, you did it. You're just too fast. Okay, you're just fast. And Mia, did you paint your moon white? Now get your big, you painted it white and it's all shiny with wet white paint. And once you have a good outline, you're just pushing the paint around, huh? Like who cares? Push, 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 push. There. Okay, now we need a bright yellow. Look how much yellow I gave you. And we only need it for the leaves and the moon. But I just stab it one time. Just one time, but I stab it good and I like that. I don't go back and get more because the whole moon will turn too yellow. I just need some, right? And now wherever I land first will be a lot of yellow. But as I keep hopping around, I'm going to run out of yellow. But I like that because it gets lighter and lighter as I run out of yellow paint. So and we're just going to go just poke straight ahead because it makes good texture. Poke. That's very, very yellow. But watch, the white's going to eat up my yellow and it gets softer and softer and softer until it turns tiny baby. But look where I landed. That's going to be super yellow. But I don't care. Okay, I got a hair on there. This is how you get a hair off if you get one. You use the bristles from your paintbrush and you come from underneath and you pick it up like that. I was just trying to pick it up with my fingers and it doesn't work. There. Okay, now where's Caramel? I'm going to do it with the dirty paintbrush. I don't care. I just go poke, because it's going to make a new color. So these are going to be my shadows. So somewhere where the yellow is not. Okay, what if I get really close to my owl? So the moon's behind the owl. The yellow you can, boom. Oh, that's going to be dark, right?
Mrs. Pixie?
Question.
Is it supposed to look like this?
Poke, poke, poke.
Wait,
who's talking?
Riley.
Oh, there you are. Yes, that's right. Do you have yellow pieces and caramel pieces?
No, I need to add the caramel right now.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. And then, want to see something weird? You human brains. Are they evenly spaced apart one finger, even though you did it random pop, hop, hop, hop? That is so weird. But it's because you've been learning how to handwrite since you were a baby, and don't letters and numbers have to be evenly spaced apart. You have a well-trained brain. That's all. Okay, now we get to make variations of color. So I'm not going to add anything else. I'm just going to go poop and pick it up and drop it off and pick it up and drop it off and pick it up and try to be random. And I can go what if I go, oh, I went outside the moon. Oh no, we're going to paint the sky, right? What if I get a little bit on my owl? Oh, I'm going to paint the owl next, right? So I'm just going to go smash. My paintbrush goes, makes this really neat texture. So I just go pick it up and drop it off and pick it up and drop it off somewhere else and pick it up and drop that off and stab another thing and put, ooh, there's a super dark thing, so I pick it up and put it where it didn't get nothing, and ooh, remember that big blob of yellow? Pick that up. Do I have to cover it so no white shows? No. White is a color too. Look at, I'm avoiding the edges. And by her face. No, I can go, I'm not scared. I could go right up to my owl and right up to the edge of my moon and decorate it. Hop, 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 hop. I don't care. Nice texture. Look at that super dark one. I'm going to soften it, watch, because it's super dark. But paintbrushes are also sponges. I can stab it, pick it up, and put it somewhere else. I could tell that to calm down. Boom! Pick it up and put it somewhere else. But I don't want to touch everything because I like a little bit of white. A little bit. Little something. Oh, look, I didn't get anything on our forehead. Let me go down. Touch your forehead there. Just a little something, something. Whatever's left of my paintbrush is good. Okay. Okay. Okay, now I have to lick off our paintbrush. Okay, paper towel. Just squeeze out the extra because we're going to do blue next, and the white in there will make baby blue. So we just squeeze it good like this, and we don't use water because water gets trapped in our paintbrush, and if I go, the water squeezes out and starts sliding down your painting and erases your paint. Because I done it, and it made me so mad that I learned how to paint without water. Okay. Now we can put the lids on our yellows. Thank you, yellows. We'll see you later. I don't want them to dry out. Boop. I think I could put my lid on white for now too, because now we're going to do the background. Right? So here's my background. Right? Let me back up a little. So the bottom is lighter. Right? Can you see what colors mixed with my blue? It's gray. I made a grayish blue. But what's mixed in my blue up here? Black. Right? Most scary is to get the black in the moon. But we don't, if you get it in the moon or any blue in the moon, you just wait till the end after these two have dried and then you touch it up. Don't like when the paints are wet, don't be like, oh, let me use a napkin and try to get that off. Oh my mess, right? So we're gonna do the bottom half. So it's like the bottom of the moon to the bottom, and we're gonna make it blue. So we gotta outline stuff. So I get my blue paint. And the bottom of the sky has gray in it to make her lighter. And the top of the sky has some black in it to make it darker. Okay. So I just poke my blue, step, split, right, poke. And then we outline underneath here. Well, how do you outline with paint? Like we always do, right? We smash our paintbrush underneath it, smash. And now I can sneak up. And do I wiggle and scribble? No, I'm a bulldozer. I push my paint like a bulldozer, and I'm staring at one hair that's touching the pencil. And I pushed. I didn't wiggle. And I don't care that the bottom is ugly. I'm going to paint that. I just care that I have a smooth line. So I fold my paintbrush over. I go smash and push. Smooth line. We don't scribble. We don't pick up our paintbrush and go dash, dash, dash. That's incorrect, right? Why? Because you'll never land in the same spot twice smooth. It'll just look all furry. So now I get more blue and I got to keep going. So I'm going to go underneath, and I go smash and let my paintbrush open. And then I sneak up. Ooh, one hair touching. Okay. Whoop, there. Oh, I'm going to drive my car over it one more time and make it smooth. I'm still staring at one hair. There. Isn't that impressive how you can make a smooth line? You're like, oh, it's a giant paintbrush. It'll never work. And how much paint did I get? Stop! And then I push the paint. Because the thick paint is what makes it smooth, that smooth line. Now we're going to paint the sky. And the sky, we always paint side to side. You can't paint up and down for the sky because the texture, your brain will go, is that a fence? What is that? But side to side, because of the wind, our brain goes, oh, right. Right, the wind is side to side. So now I just stab my blue and try to paint the whole thing, but side to side. And then look at, as soon as I run out of paint, it's all see-through. Bad. I need more paint. Poke. And then I push and pull my paint. And I push and pull my paint. I try to push and pull and push and pull and push, but side to side only. No upsy downsies. That'll look like a fence or grass or I don't know what. And what if we're going to paint all the way to the bottom, and the easel's going to get wet, but we don't care. The easel doesn't mind. That's what she's made for, so we don't care. So just paint the easel. Or you can lift it up like this. That's another trick. And then let's do the moon or the like halfway up, like to the bottom of the moon. And we're like, we could hurt something. Yeah, but we know how to outline with paint, right? So I poke my blue, and I don't know. I'm just guessing, like up to the half. I'm using that one hair trick. I'm not going fast. I'm pushing my paint. Oh, and then when I don't have enough paint on there, look how not smooth she is. So I poke my paint because a little blob of paint on there is actually what makes the edge smooth. Okay, because I'm pushing like a bulldozer, like how a bulldozer pushes sand, and then a pile of sand will be on either side. So that means I have to do the other side. What? Oh, I got some blue in my owl. Is that bad? Won't hurt nothing. I'm going to paint my owl.
Miss Pixie, we haven't finished this part yet.
You need to go faster. And we're only going up halfway. Right? And we're going to make this halfway. So we have this much, and then we have this much. You know why? Because gray goes in the bottom half of my sky. What goes in the top half of my sky? Blake. So we're going to change this color. It's not going to stay this boring blue. And I just guessed at where halfway would be. It's not like real, right? Is it halfway? And then this side, oh, there's not enough paint on my paintbrush. Ugh. Terrible, terrible. Need more paint. Boop. There. Look at me. I'm painting up and down. F. I have to go, even with this tiny corner, I have to go straight and flat and straight and flat and straight and flat. Oh, I went up and down. I knew better. Side to side only because of the wind. Oh, did you see me get this on my stick? Right? I just wiped it off with my thumb. Oops. I'm going to paint that brown anyway. So you guys ready to change colors? Did you do it? Push your paint. And Julian, we only have to go halfway. Half and half. Right? And it's not perfect or anything. It's just sky. And it gets on your hands. Look at me already. Comes off though. Okay, now where's gray? Gray. But I have a filthy, dirty paintbrush. And gray is going to be in my painting. So I'm going to poke the corner of my gray so I don't ruin, because it's a dirty paintbrush. And we're not going to use water. So I just want to use the corner of my gray. And I just go, oh, filthy corner. Filthy. And I got a blob on there. It's a scoop, like an ice cream scoop. It was a spoon, right? But look at, the rest of it is clean. I only ruined a corner. You ready to make it a softer blue? So I got my glove and I'm just going to drop it off in little dashes because we have to be straight because it's sky along the bottom, and I just go bookie, 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 bookie. Briley, I think you guys are pacing off of each other. Watch me, okay? Because you're looking at each other. That happens in groups. Pace yourself off of me, not off your neighbor. So go as fast as me, not as fast as your neighbor, because you guys are in the exact same spot. It's called group dynamics. Okay, now I'm going to crush that in and make stripes of gray and blue. Make it new. And then gray blue will be in our paintbrush. You guys ready? So I have to stay straight and flat because it's the sky. Oh, I push and ooh. That is way more interesting than just blue by herself. Nice, yes. Oh, isn't that neat? Are they clouds? I don't know. Oh, if I touch it more, it will be more blue. But isn't that pretty? Now she's going to dry a softer. That's pretty. And then it's straight push and pull because it's sky and it's wind. Did you change it? Did you get some cool stripes? Is it softer? Look how much softer this one is than that one. So can we put a teensy bit up here? Just a little. So I'm going to get gray. Where's my, oh, it's behind me. And maybe just, because that was so big, I needed a big glob. Maybe less. Right? So I'm going to maybe just, I'm not going to push as hard. Maybe just some gray. There. Some. Not as big because these are smaller pieces. Right? And the blue's going to eat up this gray. And then I put these dashes up here. Hello, 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 hello. But you know it's so hard for your brain? This is going to be really weird, but we have to land next to our owl and push off the page. Land and push. You can't go towards your owl. Here's why. You can't stop. Your brain can land right where you tell it to, right next to the owl and go swipe. But watch me try to stop in time. That's going to be your moon. That's why we're practicing down here. So I land by my owl and push off the page. Land and push, because I can land perfectly. That's why we can handwrite. So I land and push, and land and push, and land and push off the page, and push off the page. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. There, see, I didn't hit my moon. But what if I forget and start going back and forth? Oh! Because you can't stop, but you can land and pull and land and pull. Can't go back and forth. It won't work. Your brain doesn't have that skill built in. Okay, what about the other side? She's jealous. So I land and swipe, land and swipe, land and swipe, land and swipe, land and swipe. Oh, 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 I got a little decoration over there. You'll be tempted because since we were babies, we go like this, right? But here, let me explain. You know how if you've seen your mom do it or you done it, you try to paint your fingernail and you know how you can land right by the skin and go swipe, right? How do you do that? But could we go like this, land and push towards our skin? No, you totally, right? So you land perfectly and go swipe. It's built in. So lucky. Okay. Now that's how we do the gray. Now I have to go around our moon, right? But look, it's already mostly dry, which is excellent. Okay, I lied. Some came off. But that'll just make a baby blue like glow around your moon so it doesn't hurt nothing. But can we draw circles being a human? We trace things. You have to use a tool of some kind for a circle. So we're not making a circle. We make a rainbow and a letter C, right? Like that to go around our moon. And then when you load up on your paintbrush, this is from my experience, I went like this. I got a huge amount of blue, stab, and went like this, smash, and then started tracing. And that blob of blue started leaking down on my moon. So just keep your eye peeled for that. You're like, okay, that's a blob. Get that, grab that blob. Okay, because it made me mad. Okay, so I'm going to get blue. Step. This is what I mean. It's what it's going to do. So I'm going to outline it. So I'm above my moon. Smash, way above. And then I sneak down. Ooh, sneak. Oh, there, I touched it. And then I push, and it's a letter C. One hair. And I want it smooth. So I have to push. No wigglies. It's not a crayon or a pen. Push. Oh, I already ran out of paint. Like it's dry. That won't work. So I need more paint. Poke. And then I'm looking for that drip. Look at it. It's just hanging there. Oh, I have to grab that. Oh, I missed. One hair is touching one hair. Okay, that worked. Yay! Okay, now I'm going to get that blob before it starts dripping. I land above it, because my paintbrush is a sponge too, so I'm landing above it to grab it and push it the other way. Push. Okay, there. She's not a big drippy. And I'm push, so it could be round and smooth. If you need to stand up and get closer or pull your painting closer to you or pull it like this so you can be closer, I support that, right? Because reaching far away is so awkward. But if you could pull it closer, that might work better. More blue. Now I have to go around her ear. Oh yeah, owls don't have ears. Right there. These are just feathers. Where is the owl's ears? A very complex ear. Next to just where ours is. These are feathers. Isn't that weird? So I just go, okay, and then I have to go swoop. I turn the corner. I can do it because I can handwrite. Okay. Now I could do her cheek on the other side. Poke, my blue. Way. Bump into the other blue. Who got a smooth line? Nice. Do we scribble? We get paint, stab, smash and push our paint. But it only works if there's a nice amount of paint on our paintbrush, because that's what makes the squish. You squish and push. And then it pops out the top nice and smooth. Okay, now we have to get the rest of it blue. I'm so glad we practiced down here by Owl. So look at this is not just an outline for my moon, it's my landing pad. So I land and push off the page. What happens if I try to paint it like this? I'm gonna get it all over my moon, right? So I get my blue and I land on my blue line, land and swipe, nice and straight, land and push. Oh, look it, I don't hurt my moon at all, because, oh, I land on it and push, and land on it and push, and land and push, and nice and straight and flat, and then I run out of paint and then not anymore. Pook! It's a brain trick. Your brain can land really good, but it just can't stop. So you can't go like this. Your brain, you'll just go. I know, I'll explain. You know when you do a letter Y or a letter G, and you can't never get the little curl to be the same every time? It's because your hand can't stop. But you can land to put the dot on the I perfect every time. I don't know. Brain things. Okay, now what about the other side? Cheek, land and swipe, and land and swipe, and land and swipe, and land and swipe. Look how much you trust yourself now. It's because it's true. You proved it to yourself. I say things and you're like, what? And then you do it and you go, oh yeah, I'm not getting nothing on my owl. Nice. Okay, now that I'm going above my moon, as soon as I get above my moon, I'm straight. But I just want you to watch out for, I have cut off the top of my moon, being a spaz before. Like that, so don't do that. So I'm just going to keep the same straighting, smoothing. I'm not going to go back and forth like that, because I have done it. And I was mad. I was like, what? And of course I did it in front of a whole class, and they're like, teacher just ruined her moon. Ridiculous. Oh, look, I'm going to go back. Look, I got little white pieces showing. What? Get out of here. What is this? What? It's the reflection from my light. I thought I painted it, but it was a shiny white bit. Anyone need to put do you have a whole bunch of stripes you don't like? You could go back and put a second coat and just do it softer. The paintbrush scratches, you know, and if you get a little bit more paint and do it softer, you might like that better. I'm just saying. Okay, now what happens? Who's up here? She's so black. And then the black kind of gets less black, less black, less black, running out of black, and then it bumps into that gray area, right? So you go, oh, so there would be pokes of black up here. But watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to, of course, make the cool stripes of black and blue up here. But then what's left on my paintbrush, I land and swipe, and I try to run out of black. And it basically runs out of my paintbrush and will disappear like that. Okay, so those are just words. That doesn't make no sense. Now watch with your eyes. Okay, so we're black. Where's my black? Black. Black has a lot of pigment in it, so you don't need as much as you'd think. And she darkens as she dries. So you're like, mine's not as dark as hers. Oh wait, it'll dry. Same as the brown. You can't believe the brown we're using. It goes on, looks like a milk chocolate, and then it dries dark brown, and you're like, because the gel it's in is white. Okay, so I got my black, and so I just need some, right? Some. So I'm just gonna go poke. I'm not gonna go stab all hard. I just go poke and just get some on the end. Just some. And how much is that? We don't know. It's an idea. Maybe it's 10 seconds after my nighttime. I don't know. It'll be slightly different. And I'm going to drop it off near the top of the painting, about the top. But then we're going to let it run out as it comes down on purpose. So right? I'm just going to drop it off like a booger, get off my paintbrush, and I just go, there. Like this, little pokies, like we did the gray, because it will make these really cool black and blue stripes. It looks really good. And you don't have to clean your paintbrush yet. I will tell you when you need to clean your paintbrush. We don't need to yet. Okay, and now we get to make those streaks. Blue and black streaks. It's gonna look so good. But this is when I cut off the top of my moon, because I was hyper. And I was like, whee! So don't do that. So I'm just gonna be calm and watch it happen. I go off the page. Ooh, look at that bluish black I got. What? But look, I didn't touch the top of my painting. I have to go back. Okay. And then I could do a row beneath that. And oh, I hit my moon. I better rest because I'm scared I'm gonna... Oh, I almost cut off the top of my moon. Calm down. Okay. That looks good, right? And do you scrub it in and have to make it perfectly blackish blue? Or do you enjoy the texture? So whatever, you're like, ooh, I like it like this. Or no, I need to blend it in more. I don't know. You decide. And then I wish it would run out, right? Look at how it's black. Then it kind of runs out. What if we put tiny baby amount, because it's on the sides of the moon, right? Not the top, we already did it. But maybe a baby amount of black so it can run out and disappear on the sides. Okay, so how much black is that? It's black. So I just sneak up on it. Tiny. Okay, because I want it to be less than last time. A little bit. Like that. And then maybe just up here, because it's still just the top of the sky, but on either side of the moon, right? So I just go, bookity, 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 bookity. Little tiny baby ones. And then on this side, bookity, 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 book, book, book. And then what if you touch the stripes we already did up there? It's the same sky. It doesn't hurt nothing. But I just want to let a little bit. And I don't go lower than that. That's good. Just up in the top of the sky. Right? Now, how am I going to keep that black from getting in my moon? What's the trick? I land on my moon and push off the sky. What? And it may or may not hit one of the little dots. Ooh, I have to land and push and land and push. But I'm going to, watch me. Everybody pause and look up, even if you're busy. Watch. I'm going to go lower. I'm going to start to run out of paint until the black disappears out of my paintbrush. So it's very black, not very black. And I kept going. And it's turning into mist. And then I just drop off a little bit of smoke. Like that. So I land and push and land and push and land and push and land and push and land and push. And then I start going lower, lower, lower. Oh, I'm basically out of paint. Okay, then it's fine. I don't like mine. Look, they have weird landings and they look like perfect. Could I touch that more? What's it called when you touch it some more? Blending? I'm gonna touch that some more and see if I can't get a bluish black. Like it looks, so I'm going to touch it more. So, but I still have to land and swipe and pick it up and drop it off and pick it up and drop it off. Hey, that's what we did when we did our moon. So your paintbrush can be a little sponge. Whoops, I started going side to side. See? Even I forget. Okay, land and swipe and land and swipe and land and swipe. Okay. And then, so we want 3D, right? So how many color values in our sky? Dark, and then it starts to run out and become medium, And then it starts to run out and become lighter, lighter. And then look at the bottom. Light, lighter, lighter, lighter. So what's medium? It's blue with nothing. Is medium. So there's my dark to medium to light. Oh, look what we made. Wait till it dries. It gets darker. It's even better. Did you ever feel like you had to touch it more? You're like, no, that's not blended in. They didn't make a new color together. So you just start, oh, let me touch that some more. And then they kind of come together. Extra touches. Land and push and land and push. So whose moon is safe? Who has your moon, right? Did anybody forget? Start going like this and be like, ah, right? So who has any oopsies on your, oh, there's that drip. Oh, it's happening. Oh, let me get it. Okay, I got it with my paintbrush. I scratched it off with my paintbrush. It was gonna drip. Wait, now the top of my moon is flat. Try to round it off. Now I'm mad. Oh well. Live and learn, right? So if you got any like this, if I wanted to fix that, like, oh my God, can I fix it right now with a filthy paintbrush while the paint is wet? No. But maybe at the end of our painting, I can use my finger because she's clean and put little fixies. Little fix, right? Not right now. It will just make a mess. Okay, so here's my big paintbrush. This is all she's good for. We can say goodbye to her. Bye. Bye. And I could put the lid on my blue. Who's got some blue left? You got to think of something to paint, right? Whether you could paint some rocks and then use the white paint and write a message on it and hide it in the garden. I'm just saying. Okay, and then black. Put the lid on the black because we're going to use her later. Oh, we're going to use it when we make our... Oh, put the lid on the gray. I also... Because I sat in the paint, I also put the lids on because of that too. Right? I'll put the lids on. So to make this wood texture, can you see what it is? I mean, just staring at it. What do you think? It's got stripes. It's brown with some black stripes in it. But what if I scrub it together? I think I did right there. That's just black. Who's more powerful, black or brown? Black by a million. So if I put too much black, it will just, I'm going to call that a shadow under her tummy. Right? So I don't need this paintbrush. I could put her down. But how about yellow paintbrush? Boop. Soften it a little bit. Mine is brand new. So you see how she's pointy? If you want to keep this pointy even after today, because this is a really good paintbrush, you rinse it until it comes clean and keep checking it with a paper towel and making her pointy. And when no more color comes out, then you know she won't dry stiff. Because this is acrylic paint. Acrylic means plastic. So any color left in your paintbrush is plastic, right? So we're going to paint the stick. But she looks like a little paintbrush. She's not. Watch when I smash her, I go smash. Oh, she's all big, right? So don't be afraid to smash your paintbrush and really push your paint just to get right. But I'm going to outline it and I'm going to check and make sure my blue's dry. So if it's not dry, it'll just come off on my finger. So I just check. Dry. Dry. Oh, I hit a wet spot. It must have been really thick, but I wiped it. So now it will be thinner and it won't make an ugly bluish right there. It just came off. I just checked it. Okay. So now we're going to make the stick. So where's my brown? This is the brown that dries really, really dark. I'll show you. That is not the color inside the cup. It's really dark. So you have to mix it with white. But it's so strange because paint colors darken when they dry. Okay, I always have to smell the paint because it's a smell of happiness for me. Okay, so now we're going to make our stick. How do you outline? I don't have to tell you. You already know how. I stab my brown. We're going to make the whole thing brown. But can I paint up and down for the stick? No. What's the texture? It looks like bark, right? So I go stab, but I need a good outline so I don't accidentally go outside the lines. So I go stab. It's like a lot. I don't care. I have far to go. So, ooh, look at this ugly edge right there. I don't even care because I'm about to put brown paint on it. Huh? So I go, I'm going to put it over. Smash and sneak up. Bye. Now it's stick. Bye. Bye. There. Now I go under her tummy. Oh, it only lasts like a few inches, huh? Then I have to get more paint. Because it's not a pen and scribbling doesn't help. You just push. So who's still scribbling their paint? Not you. Because you know. I get my paint. Stab. And I need that one smooth outline. So I go underneath the line. Smash. And let one hair push. And my stick is in front of the sky. So if I get brown on my sky, it's fine. The stick is in front of the sky. Look at underneath, looks bad. I don't care. I only care about that top line being smooth. Oh no, that's not enough paint. I did a terrible job, F. Okay, one more time. Okay, driving over it. Oh, that's smooth. Ooh, way smoother. And no white showing, right? Because it's stick. Okay, then I can do the bottom. And look, I'm not filling it in. How come I'm not filling it in? A perfect outline means you won't go outside the lines. It's a brain thing. Okay, now I can do the bottom. I got a huge scoop of paint. Don't care because I'm going to far to push. Push. What if your stick is a little bit wobbly? It's a stick. Totally fine. But I want a nice smooth outline. Thick and smooth. There. Now I have an outline. Now I don't mind about the side to side. How thick brown do you want? Whatever. Because wherever it's a little bit thick, will dry darker. Wherever it's a little thin, will be lighter. Because we're going to add black for the shadow, right? So I stab my black up and down. No, those will look like grass. So I can only go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, push and shove. Push and pull my paint like that. The funnest part, I think, is making that wood texture because it looks like real wood and you're like, what? Oh, I missed my owl. She wasn't sitting on it. Okay, there. Now I have a few lumpy, thick parts. And I'm not going back over it and fixing it because I know when it dries, it'll have light and dark parts just from being thick and thin paint. Because wherever it's thick has more pigment, right, than where it's thin. Who's ready for the black? Imelda? I know, I see you. You just go, you just go, you just play. Okay, now we're going to put some black, but who's more powerful? Black or brown? I know, it's black. So I want some brown to live. So I just need some black. I can add more, but I can't take it off. So I'm going to get my black and I closed my black. Hey, Cadence, you look like an artist. I would leave it. Sometimes I go to the grocery store and people go, you have something on your face. And I go, what color is it? Because you know I picked my nose or scratched my face with paint. Okay, now I'm going to get, I need black. But how much black? I'm going to start off little. I can always add more, but I can't add less. I can't take it off. So I'm just going to get one little poke stab. Okay, that's all. Just for now. I just stabbed the black. And then I'm going to drop it off just like we did the sky because we're going to turn the dashes into long strings. So I go dash, dash. Oh, and don't put them in a straight line because that'll just make one straight line of black. So go high, low, low, high, high, low, low, medium, high, low, by, that's all. Look at, it's still coming off my paintbrush. I thought I would have ran off. What? It's still coming off. Gosh, black is powerful. Now it looks like I got worms in my wood. Okay, guys, did you do it? Just little dashes. Just drop it off. We'll play with it and make the streaks. And what are we going for? Stripes of, oh, there's a piece of white got on there. Stripes of brown and black. And it looks like wood. And then if too much black, then we call it a shadow. Okay, so I just go, and if you put too much black, you could put some brown on there. Right now I'm going to do it, but they're big and long stripes. I just go push, pull, whoosh, and I turn the dashes into streaks, and it looks like wood. Push, pull, push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. Neat, right? But I'm not trying to make blackish brown. I could have just stirred those together on my plate if I wanted blackish brown. I want cool stripes. Streaks. Ooh. Looks like the texture of wood. But I have to pull on them. I have to really pull on those dashes to turn them into streaks. Neat. But see who's got a lot of black? If you have too much black, you could put brown and put brown stripes on top of the black. Who thinks theirs looks like bark? It looks neat, right? And it will darken as it dries too. Looks even better. Let's put these little branches on there. See, because they're brown, we'll do it now, and then they'll be dry when we go to put our green leaves. And you're like, I can't draw green leaves. Who knows what a parentheses is? 3rd grade, you learn parentheses in 3rd grade. It's really parentheses, like this. But some people try to do it in one swoop, and then they round off on the top, and you're like, what is that supposed to be? They're pointy. So we go parentheses, but we'll do that later. Okay, so I'm going to make these sticks, and we'll just do it together. But look how they're all flat. These sticks are pointing off the page. They do not point down. They do not point up. Oh, that one does. Okay, I'm a liar. Okay, they're supposed to be flat. They're laying down, right? So I get some brown. We might have to put some black on them. But I get to stab my brown. Stab. Like that. And maybe down here where her foot's going to be, underneath your owl. Right? So I imagine where her foot will be. I don't know. And I just kind of make a long string. I just land, which is going to make a glob. Land, and then pull and do it softer, 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 softer. Why did I land? Because I knew, remember how wherever you land makes a glob? And then I pull on it flat. I'm trying to be flat. And then maybe really soft, just like make a little Y. Okay, I made a Y. I just gave her another one. I didn't push hard because I don't want my paintbrush to open big. And then I could get more, and maybe I'll just want one closer to right in the halfway, right at halfway on my stick. Oh, halfway between her tummy and the side. And maybe one more. Hello. There. Just, it's like, yeah, halfway between her tummy and the side. And I put one more. But look at those blobs where we land. It looks bad. What if we pull on those and push the blobs back into the branch? So, because I know it looks too brown. So I just pull on it and I go, and I push the blob back into the branch and she'll disappear because the landing blob is very, very brown. Then we have to put some on the top. So I get a little poke of brown, stab. And maybe right here, like Ray sticking out from underneath her, maybe she sat on the stick. I'm just going to go, and I try to be straight and flat. Hello. cares how long it is? We'll put a stick on it. We'll put a leaf on it, right? And then maybe another one, and it's just a further along, and I just go and ooh, and then a Y. Because then I can have 2 leaves. I don't, look at that. That's too close to the edge. Look how small my leaves are going to be. Oh well. It's different every time I make it. And then where I landed, I have weird globs. Can I push those globs into my stick? Whoosh. Whoosh. There. It just becomes more cool stripes. La 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 la. And those, while we're doing the rest of the owl, those will rest and dry. And they'll be dry when we go to do our leaves. Good job. Okay, now we have to lick our paintbrush. Look at you guys. No, I'm kidding, Cadence. I'm teasing you. Okay, I just get a paper towel and pinch, squeeze. And then that's a lot came out. So I'm going to do it again and try to get more out. There. So it's more dry. Look, it's better. A little bit drier. There's like powder. That's good. Let me put the lid on the black so I don't sit on it. Boop. Now we're going to make her chest, right? Well, this one's better. I like this one better. So it's white, just like we did the moon. And it's white, but with gray in it. And then, there's a hair that keeps trying to get in my mouth. Stop. Okay. So I'm going to put a glob of gray right here, you know. And then I'm going to go flick. One. And I turn them into feathers. And then I cut that gray in half and try to pull it down into the white some more. And the white's going to eat my gray. And then I could go down another row and I start to run out of gray. And then I'm running out of gray. And by the time I get to the bottom of her tummy, it's white. Has anyone done this with me before? Where you let the paint run out? It's like, what is she saying? I don't get it. Until you do it, you're like, I don't know what she's saying. And then you do it and you're like, of course that's how it would go. Now I know how they paint. So I need my white paint. Where's my white paint? Pop. And I drew mine on there. I don't know how big yours is. Because I didn't draw. Did you guys have this? A thumbs up if you have the looks like, okay. I couldn't remember if I drew it on there or not. Okay, so now I'm going to get it wet with white. When the decorating with the feathers happens with the gray. All flick, 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 making little flick, 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 down, 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 one. It makes this cool texture, right? But when we're getting it wet with white, we don't care. We're going to ruin it with the gray anyway. So let's just stab our white. And if it has brown in it, shadow, right? So I'm gonna outline how do you outline with paint again? You know. So I'm gonna outline the white and then just fill it in with white like we did the moon and then decorate it. So I'm gonna go smash. And then what if you paint over your beak? It's a V. You guys could draw a V, so do not freak out over your beak. Right, so I go smash, and I sneak up. Whoop! I'm trying to go around her beak, but I'm not really scared because I could draw a V. And then, oh, it does have brown in it. It's like baby brown. Looks like a built-in shadow. I planned that. Now I'm going to get more white. Now I could just fill it in with, just throw the paint on and get her tummy all white. After you outline it. So now I get a scoop of white. What? I know. And then just get her tummy. Oh, I can tell. How do I tell if I missed a spot? Not shiny. Get it? Get it. Because it's white on white. Oh, I can. Listen. That is dry. I need a smidge more. It should be slippery than that. Oh. Can't hear it. Okay. Okay, a little bit more slippery. I was pushing so hard I was making scratchy noises. Good job. Look at the boogie right there. I'm going to get off of it. See, that was not hard, right? Who's ready? Okay, now we're going to put gray on. So, okay, let me explain with my words again, and then you'll see with your eyes. But it's gray, with gray. I'm going to put a big blob of gray, and then I'm going to go scratch, 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 and put the texture on there. And then I cut that row in half. Scratch, 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 scratch. And then I cut that row in half. Scratch, scratch. And I'm running out of gray on purpose. Okay, so those are words. Now watch me. Everybody watch, because I only have one painting. So I'm going to, I need gray. I didn't open it. Hold on, pause, open. I'm constantly closing my lids. Okay, I stab my gray. Boom. Look at a lot.
Are we supposed to put white all in the stomach?
Yes, because the white's going to, just like when we did the moon, how the white helped us make baby yellows and stuff. So it's going to help us make baby gray. So her tummy's sopping wet. You know, you can't see my shine because of my beauty light, but mine's all shiny. Okay, now everybody pause and look up. Watch me do this, even if you're busy, because you can go back to what you're doing. Watch me. So I'm going to get the gray, and it looks like a mustache, but I wipe off my gray. Get off my paintbrush, you filth, right? Keep watching. Don't look away. Now I'm going to hold my paintbrush like a pencil and go scratch, scratch. 1, 1, 1, 1. Oh, and they do not have to be the same length or anything. You can go long, short, medium, medium, long, 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 short, medium, medium, long, 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 short, medium, long, 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 short, medium, like that. They could be, but I just go, they're only this big. They're a letter I, right? So I just go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and I'm jumping around, hop, 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 and I'm putting these scratches. Oh, my hand was in the way. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Okay, watch. Everybody pause. Now I'm going to try to run out of gray. So I'm going to cut that row in half. Oh, I touched it. But I go scratch, pull, 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 pull. Big, little, 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 big, big, little, small, 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 little, big, 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 little, stripe, 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 stripe. Oh, look at those cool stripes I got. I got stripes. I want cool stripes. And then I could do, oh, look at that blob of gray. That can't be there. And then I cut that row in half. Scratch, 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 scratch. Oh, it's getting lighter. The white's eating it. Then the next row is even lighter. Dash, 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 dash. And I give it permission to have texture. And it's changing colors. And it's getting lighter and lighter and lighter. And then I get to the bottom and it's just for texture. Now I'm just doing it for texture. I have to go back and touch it because I was just painting without looking. I was looking from the side. The whole goal is for interesting texture and color. Look, it's more gray, then less gray, then less gray, and I'm running out of gray, and I'm running out, and I'm running out, and running out, and then I completely run out. But I am going a little bit high, low, low, high, 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 low, 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 high, high. It's not, I don't want them to look like fence posts, all straight and perfect. Right? I'm a feather and just the tip of my paintbrush. What happens if I push really hard with my paintbrush? Huge. So I'm doing it softly just for texture and color. Maybe like this. Chop, chop, chop. Now you do it. Who did it? What? Are you watching it run out? It did it by itself, like you were just watching it happen and you went, what? How many color values do you need for 3D? And remember, go all the way to the bottom. We are trying to run out of gray. Don't get more gray, Candace. You did it perfect. It's dark, medium, light, lightest. On purpose, we give it permission to run out of paint. And the white eats it up. But look at the good texture I got too. That's so cool. Color, shape, texture, and value. Value is dark, medium, light, right? Who thinks that came out cool? Oh, wait, I didn't get it by her beak. What is this? Let me fix it. Okay, there. I was trying to protect the beak so much, I missed. Okay, now I can do a wing, right? So, dirty paintbrush, don't care. No, I care. So I'm going to clean my paintbrush. Just get the white off. And then, so now it's in reverse. So if I paint my arms, wings. No, we need to do this baby in between fuzzy gray, grayish brown first. That's what we have to do. So I'm going to get a little bit of brown because we need a transition, right? When two colors touch, they shouldn't be sudden. It should be fuzzy where they touch. So I'm just going to get some brown and I just go poke some. And I'm going to drop it off on the white of his little shirt, right? Because I need white's help. But I'm just going to put little dashes, dash, 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 dash. Oh, because I'm going to make like baby brown. Just a little bit, a little bit. How come? Because we're going to play with it and make baby feathers. But it's going to be grayish, kind of whitish, invisibly fluffy feathers. Candace, did you put little tiny baby pokes of brown on the shirt? I just can't see it from that angle, that's all. Okay, now who's ready to make feathers out of that? So feathers are straight up and down. You're going to be tempted to make them diagonal, but they're straight up and down. And I'm going to let them get my gray a little bit dirty. Don't care. And I just go one, about it. And it's fluffy. And I pick up my paintbrush so it's fuzzy. Fluff, 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 down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 fluff, fluff. And it turns into this little fuzzy baby invisible little feather flicks. Cute. Ooh, I can, whatever's left on my paintbrush, I could decorate the bottom. Cute. Right? And I'm letting it disappear and turn into dust. It's like dusty because it's turning all dry and I don't care. I like the texture. It's all fuzzy edges. And was I painting or making feathers? Feathers. Right? So I can't scribble that no one will believe they're feathers. They're going to get nice scribbles. So we're trying to make the texture look like feathers and have 3 values, dark, medium, and light, right? So look what we did. We just did this. Oh, nice. Same here. I'll show you the original. Oh, yeah. Okay, now we can make the sleeves. I almost missed that step. Now I'm just going to do one shoulder, one little wing at a time, okay, because it dries so fast. And every time you do this, you're going to put a different amount of white. Look at it. So I got pieces of white. That's cool because it makes good texture. Look how dark that one is. But then when I went to do her face, look how much more white I put. So you looked at it and you thought this was cute. So putting different, like I put a lot. And then, let me show you this one. I put way less and I was super soft about it, right? I was super fuzzy about it. So that's your style. And you won't know what it is till you start doing it. Okay, so let's do one wing. So I'm going to get my brown. And I don't care if I get anything on her cheek because I'm painting her cheek after. So I just stab my brown. And I'm just going to go, I am making a whole bunch of feathers like this. And I am giving it permission to be thick and thin and lumpy. Let me show you. I give it permission to have dark and, because I'm just going dash, dash, dash. Do I go back and smooth it? No. It looks good. I like, because just by letting it permission to have dark areas and light areas is 3DE when it dries. And then I have to turn and get to halfway on her tummy. Because then the other side, we'll do that on the other side. Dash, 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 dash. Flick, 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 flick. Soft, 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 soft. Dash, dash, dash. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. We don't scribble. We're making number ones. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Look at it, looks kind of 3D, but just by having lumpy parts. And I don't even care. And her wing is overlapping the moon and the sky. The sky is dry, so don't worry. Look at how cute she's fluffy. She sticks out a tiny bit. But feathers point down. They don't stick out. She didn't get hit by lightning. So even if you let the feathers stick out, they still point down. Okay? If you let them leave her body, they go down, 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 down. Okay, who's ready to put white? No, let me rest because I see people are busy. Still putting their brown on. So we'll have a resting minute so everybody catch up. And Lauren, just get her wing. Lauren, just throw the paint on there because all the cute decorating happens with the white. Just put the brown on there, just like, you go. Okay, and you notice that I never look at the camera. I'm always looking at your guys' pictures behind the camera is my TV. And I'm always going, oh, there's you, there's you, there's you. Okay, now I'm going to get white. Is that 3D? This is so boring, I can't even look at it anymore. So I'm going to poke my white, stab. What? And I'm going to drop it off like this, like little number ones. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Like we did the moon. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, until it runs out. That looks kind of cute. That's like a spotted owl. You guys seen those? But they're black and white, not brown and white. And after I drop off my white, am I going to leave it like that? Because that looks bad. Now I'm going to scratch at it, pick it up and drop it off, and pick it up and drop it off. Just the same texture as we did her shirt. So I just go maybe in rows, and I may or may not hit a white dot. I don't know. And then how big are feathers? Little, maybe little tiny number ones. I just go, and don't go poke. Poke's the wrong texture, Sergio. It's not like this. It's like this. 1, 1, 1, 1. So I just go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And I may or may not hit a little white dot. Flick, 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 flick. And if brown shows through, don't even care because that's my dark, medium, light. And I give, I'm just putting little scratches. Scratch. And I just pick up the white and drop it off somewhere else. And I get a cool texture. So I'm not painting, I'm making feathers. And they're teeny tiny paintbrush, and I just go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Just the same size as a number 1 or a letter I, you know? Who thinks that looks good? And then now let's let just the paint left on our paintbrush. Let's have some feathers stick out over the moon and the sky, but feathers point down. They don't stick out because she'll look scary. So I just go down, 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 and let some of the feathers come out over the, she looks fluffy like a baby owl now. How soft are you? Soft. It doesn't take much pressure, huh? It's all about the color, shape, and texture, right? So my color is brown, nobody cares. But once you put white on it and get texture and 3D, dark, medium, light values, then your brain goes, nice. Cool. Okay, who thinks the other wing is going to be 1,000 times easier? Because you already done it, and that's how your brain works on Earth, is you do stuff and then you learn it. Right? So now I'm just going to get, I got white on. I'm going to clean my paintbrush. Pinch. So I can get brown and make the whole wing brown. And then I put the white on it. So do you have to wait for me if you already know how? No, you just go. You just decorate. Okay, so I'm going to get brown. Stab. What if I touch the gray shirt part? Feathers touch feathers. They're not scared. Who got good texture with your white? You get little feather pieces? Mateo, you're still doing the white part, huh? So you get little dots of white. Dash, 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 dash. Not dots. They're not circles. They're little dashes. And then pick it up and drop it off and pick it up and drop it off. You go. Get that cool texture going.
I kind of messed up.
Did you mix yours too much?
Oh, wait, a lot of it got into the gray.
Oh, that's fine because it's an owl. Look at this one. Right? What is all scratching up into the gray? They're feathers. It's part of an owl. This is how this owl is. I never met this owl. I don't know how she is. Or he. Did you guys ever get to see, in your science, did you ever see owl pellets? Who's ever got to study an owl pellet?
I have.
Oh my gosh. Where they swallow the mouse whole and then out the bottom comes the fur, all the bones. What? They're the only animal that does.
I got to take apart the fur.
Yeah, and then what's inside? The skull and the bones. But it's like a reptile. Don't reptiles do that? They swallow the whole thing? So weird. Okay, now I have this brown. That's so boring. I hate it. That's not 3D. It doesn't have good texture. So boring. I want to go home. So I'm gonna get white, and I just go poke. And this is when I start to get too hyper because I will put more white on one side than the other side. Whatever. Nobody cares. Nobody's gonna. So I just get white and I go dash, 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 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, till no more comes off. And then I get to decorate. Mateo, don't touch it too much because the texture is our favorite part. Too much mixing and it just becomes one color. Give them permission to look like stripes. It's the best part. Too many touches and it's like we put it in the blender. Hey, Sergio, can you have her tummy come across the bottom with brown and white too? So that the brown gets in the tummy, right? So they just kind of make a U like this. Don't ignore her tummy. And now I get to make my feathers. So I'm going to go pick it up and drop it off in 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and row after row after row. And if I hit a white dot, don't care. Not even paying attention. I'm just doing texture. I'm like, look it, just shows up. So cool. And then I let where it touches on the tummy, they crisscross past each other a little bit. So they're sewed together like that. So that they touch. The two worlds touch. How cute are we? Look what a good job we did. Who thinks they have good texture? I mean, when you first do it, you're like, what? And then now that you've done it, your brain's like, oh, okay, so this side should be better than that side. This was the learning side. And then your brain's like, oh, I totally get it. It's about how soft I do it. I control my paintbrush, maybe not as much paint, right? So you're like, oh, right. So who's got good texture? Isn't that the texture the best part? And then 3D. Who's getting 3D-y? Like dark pieces, medium pieces, and white pieces. Are you giving yourself permission to have all three? Right? Dark, medium, light. You're like, oh, if you keep playing with it, what do you get? Baby brown. Right? Ow, that hurt my elbow. Okay, now we're going to do her face. Who's ready? I'm ready. She's ready. Okay, so I get brown. Let's go around her eye. Just how come? Because I want to protect her eye. Right? But it's going to be the brown feathers. So I'm going to land in her forehead and then sneak down. Can I draw a circle? Uh-oh. Ariel has a question.
The reason why my brother Sandra's not on because his thing died.
Oh, that's okay. Can you share these?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he can see a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to be in her above her eye, and I sneak down with my paintbrush to outline the eye. But can I draw a circle? No. So, but I can draw. I go smash, and I go rainbow, and then I get more brown paint, smash, and then I go smile, and that is a circle. Don't try to go like this. You'll go, whoops, I've ruined it. Whoops, I ruined it. Whoops. You can't make circles because you have a human brain. So I go above it like this. Let me go closer for you to see. But I go smash. I'm above it. Sneak down. One hair. Rainbow. Oh, now it's a letter B. Look at that. Paint didn't last very long. So I get more brown. Poke. Smash. Oh, letter C. Oh, it's a letter C. Okay, and then I got it inside her eye already. Ah! Smash. I'm next to it. And I let one hair get rid of the pencil. Okay. So I'm above it and sneaking down. Or below it and sneaking up. And then I push my way. What about the other eye? The other eye's bored. The other eye's like, hey, I don't get no brown. So I get brown. Rainbow. The rainbow's easiest for me. Going across the top, I don't know, is smoother. The rest of it is more raggedy. My hand moves more. I don't know. Okay, there. Oh, I did it. Wait, I missed her eye. Okay. How about the beak? Let's protect the beak. But do it really, really soft. Super soft. So your paintbrush doesn't open too much. Just, okay, there. Okay, I just want, oh, okay, soft. All right, there. I don't want my paintbrush to open humongous. So I did it gently. Because what happens when you push on your paintbrush? Huge. Okay, now let me show you the texture that I did on our face. So all the dashes are not up down like this. So they're like this. They dash around her eye. Dash, 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 dash. Don't try to curve them. I swear it happens by, oops, I wasn't doing a good job. Don't try to curve the line. You can't help but curve the line. It's your brain because you're going to try to stay parallel with the eye. So you just go dash, 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 around, 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 around. And the curve happens by accident. I don't know why, but it always does. So I'm going to paint. What about the outline? I forgot about the outline. So I could do this. Oh, dash, 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 dash. Oh, and her chin, look, her chin, no, her cheeks are over her wing. So I'm going to go on top of the gray because she's going like this, right? So we're putting her chin over her feathers. And then her little ears, are they really ears? No. Owls have one of the most complicated ear. It's a gigantic organ, and it has a whole bunch of pathways because they can hear a mouse from a mile away rustle in the grass. They have very humongous, fancy ear organs, owls. Right? Did you outline it? Did you do it? Are you that fast? What? You're totally beating me. Okay, now I'm going to fill her whole face with brown dashes, right? Dash, 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 dash around her eye. So I just get brown and I just go, all right, dash, 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 dash. But look how they curve by accident. You don't even have to ask it to. They just do. Over, under, over. Oh, ear. I keep calling it ear. Sorry. Over. Dish. Over, under. Over. Oh, look at all those white parts I left. That looks, I have to go back over it and do it a second time. Bad. I will try again. Dash, bye. Bye, all you dry white stuff. Bye. Dash, feather, dash. Oop, there's some. Dash. And this is when I remember I told you I was too hyper with my white, and then it turns out it doesn't matter. It gets good texture. And then down here I had way more of the brown. I don't know. It's all good. Okay, so I'm gonna get white and just stab my white. Stab. And put little dashes, tiny baby dashes. All over, like she has freckles. Little baby freckles. I love freckles. Because freckles are like angel kisses. That's why I pretend. Well, you know what dimples are? Angels went like this and poked me. And now they're stuck like that. Okay, now that's terrible. That doesn't have good texture or 3D, good value, right? Dark, medium, light. So now I get to play with it. But what if I touch it too much? Baby brown. So I'm going to go scratch, 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 pick it up and drop it off and pick it up and drop it off. And I'm trying to be, this is when I get tired and I start trying to make really big lines so I could be done faster. Remember, they're feathers. So I just go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, letter I, like that. They're small. Pick it up and drop it off, and I may or may not bump into a white dot. I just touch the whole thing and change the brown's texture, because the brown is like, I'm not decorated. Scratch, 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 dash, dash, dash. And I'm doing it, I feel like I'm doing it pretty soft. It feels like you've gotten really soft with your paintbrush. I feel like I'm doing it way softer than I was before. Like I trust my hand a little bit more. I trust the paint a little bit more. And we'll let everybody catch up. But I have a little bit of paint, this little baby brown paint. I would like her to stick out. Ariel has a question. No? You're just waving? Okay, because you're tired. It's good to move when you're tired. It keeps the blood moving. It's a good trick. Okay, so I want her to look a little fluffier, like I did down here, but can't make her hair stick out. That'll look scary. So I still go down 1, 1, 1, tiny, tiny, tiny feathers. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Just with the dirty little dry paint that's on my paintbrush. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Super soft and dry. Oh, look, I still stuck them out. They're supposed to point down. I can't help it. I try. Okay, there. Oh, and then how about her fluffy ears? Can you make her ears a little taller and go flick, 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 fluffy ear, fluff, fluff. Oops, I got brown in my moon. And I go flick, 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 fluffy, fluffy ear, fluffy. It's kind of dry. Just what's left on my paintbrush. Flick, 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 flick. Oh, fuzzy ears. Yay! You know what I forgot? I forgot to do our stars. We gotta have stars. Who's done with their face? Am I rushing? I thought I saw everybody pause. Okay, some people are decorating. Okay, so I'm gonna it's not white. The stars are not white. Look, white is actually too bright. They're gray, and the trick is to let them not be. Look at, they're evenly spaced apart. 3 fingers, 3 fingers, 3 fingers. That is so weird, but I'm a human. So I'm going to try to get that. They only live in the black area, just up here. And I'm going to use not my paintbrush. No, what will she do? Right? But what if I use my stick? Like a miniature fingerprint? So I'm going to get my gray paint. Where is she? Gray paint. Poke. So, and watch me do this. Nobody do it. Watch me do it with my stick. Right? So when I do it at first, it's a planet and really close. And then I try to jump away far, and then it'll be less paint, which will be farther away, farther away, and it gets tinier and tinier and tinier as I run out of paint. Well, that's also how little stars are, right? They get more and more invisible as you run out of paint. They're farther away in space. So my first poke is very thick, planet, right? Because it's close to us, right? And I just go, well, how about near the edges? The edges are, oop, 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 oop. And I'm trying to break up the pattern. Look at, they're all 2 fingers apart now. I don't know. Humans. That's how we do it. I don't know. Mine are all evenly spaced apart again. That is so weird. 2 fingers, 2 fingers, 2 fingers. That is so weird. Okay. I'm trying, watch. I'll do it with my eyes closed. And still they'll still be evenly spaced apart. I don't know. Weirdo. Okay, now, what about these? Oops, I'm getting brown all over me. There. What about these? Shooting star, right? So I land with a glob of paint like a planet, and then I just don't let go and push it off the page. So I put it, but I push down hard and don't let go and go whoosh, like that. So I'm pushing into this corner. So I get gray on the end. What? And I land, but then I'm going to push it into the corner. And it gets a cool tail.
You were frozen for a second.
I was frozen? Oh. The internet must be busy. I don't know. Right? Want to see it again? I don't want to put too many shooting stars because it'll look like we're being attacked by aliens or something. So just like maybe 2. So I land and I'm going to push it into the corner. Like that. Not too many. You're like, yay! Oh, I gotta clean my stick off because that's gonna make a mess. I'll probably stick my hand in it. And clean my paintbrush, but and clean my paintbrush too because I don't need brown no more. And now we gotta make these eyes. Can you tell by looking what color, 2 colors of I made that blue with? By looking. It's that color. Gray and blue, right? So I'm going to go, what? We don't have nothing to mix. So can you find the lid of your blue? Just your lid, right? And then I'm going to get a scoop of blue and just put it in there. I can't do it so you can see. Let's do it, right? I'm going to do this. Can you see that? So I get a scoop of blue. I'm going to try really hard not to drop this. Scoop. And I put it, I wipe it off inside my lid. Maybe 2 scoops. I'm going to make grayish blue, right? So, and you're doing yours on the table, not in your hand. Do yours on the table. I'm doing this because you have to see. Don't copy me perfect. You're doing it on the table. And I get a scoop of blue and 2 scoops. Okay. Now I can put blue down. Where's my gray? Now I can get gray. And I get a scoop of gray. What? And then put it in my lid. Because what am I going to do now? I get to stir those together. And I get to make that grayish blue. What? And it's a softer blue than if she was just white, and blue will make what? Baby blue. Boring. Gray in any color makes a softer version. Did you know gray and red won't make pink? It makes a softer red. Gray and yellow makes a softer yellow. It won't make baby yellow. So if you're ever trying to mix colors and you're like, why does it just make pastels? Mix it with gray. Okay, here, look what's in my paintbrush now. Did you guys make some grayish blues? Isn't that pretty? We're going to make her eyes. You ready? So we're going to go and outline it. How do you outline with paint? Oh, look at Jocelyn showing off hers. What? You made grayish blue? Jocelyn? Is that how you say it? I'm probably torturing your name. Okay, so I'm going to land in her eye. Smash! And I sneak up and let one hair make a rainbow and then a smile. But I stay inside her eye the whole time. I just go smash. Ooh, what if I touch the brown? So, push. And oh, look, I ran out already. It's all dry. I get more. Poke, poke, poke. Whee! Once you have a good outline, you can fill it in. Oh, look it. I didn't do a good job. White is showing. Get it? It's all about having a nice smooth outline and then filling it in is so easy. Your brain's like, yeah, right, lady. That's too easy for me. And then I could do the other eye. Gray. Luke, you're done, huh? You got tired. 2 hours is a long time. I like it, though. He's making googly eyes at me. He has to have a name. There. Oh, that's a terrible outline. Look what I did. I didn't have enough paint. Ooh, my edges are bad. I'll do it again. This time I'm gonna concentrate. I'm gonna go slow. Smash. And then is there a white line between the brown and the blue? No. You could touch the brown feathers and put a little bit of blue on top and then fill it in. Blue eyeballs. But that looks boring. That is like the most boringest thing I ever saw, right? So I'm going to get a little poke of white. I'm going to put a dash really close to the top of the blue. Oh, people are still working. I don't want you to miss this. People are working on smoothing their line. Okay, so I'm going to get, everybody pause and look up because you can finish when I'm done. I just want you to see this. Leonardo, can you watch me do this real quick? Okay, so I have a blob of white. I'm going to put a dash at the top and a dash at the bottom. Now I'm going to try to swirl it in. Remember how texture was fun? Look, the texture in the eye is fun. I'm not going to make baby blue. I'm going to turn those dashes into strings. Okay, so I go, what? So I'm just going to very gently go, rainbow, 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 scratch. Oh, and then smile, smile, smile. Oh, and I give her permission to be like, what? And I could leave her like that. And I give it permission to be like, oh, what? Little swirls? Neat. So want to see it again? I'm going to show you. I get one little poke of white, and I put it one above, one below. Oh, wait, there's still too much paint on my paintbrush. Okay, let me get that off. I just want some. Okay. And then I push rainbow, soft, soft, rainbow, rainbow, smile, smile, rainbow, rainbow, smile, smile. Spiral. Cute. So what if you keep touching it a whole bunch? It just becomes baby blue, right? I actually like the texture I'm getting. So I'm going to touch it less. Because that looks cool. I put the white and then I went scratch, scratch. Almost like feathers, but I'm like rainbow, rainbow. Because it softens it a little bit, right? Okay, and this is how we're going to put the eye in there. Because you can't make a nice, good circle for her eye. But look what it is. My fingerprint, the flat part, not the tip. My fingerprint is perfectly round. What? So I can have a nice, round finger. What? So I just get the black. I have to open it. I closed it. And I just touch it, but it's the flat part of my finger, the part that the police fingerprint, right? Not the tip, where you lay your hands down flat so it's the big puffy part of your finger. Not the tip. That'll be a speck of an eye. No, I have flat finger, so I get black like this, right? Oh, like that. And then I land in the middle, swirl. Perfect. Works every time. And then another little poke for the other eye, and land tiny and a baby swirl. Because it's exactly a, and then I lick it off. No, again, napkin. Good job. And now we'll use our, remember when we made stars? We're going to put a little dot in her eye, but it's yellow. And because she has round, wet eyes on this planet, it's in the corner of the eye, the black part, that's closest to the moon. The corner that's closest to the moon. So I'm going to get, where's my yellow? Plop, poke it open. And I use my stick. But the black's still wet, so don't swirl it in because the black is more powerful than yellow. So I just go poke. And where am I going to put it? I put it in the corner closest to the moon on the black, but in the corner, cuteness. Want to see up close? The corner is closest to the moon. Poke, poke. Cute. Okay, does anyone know where their itty bitty baby paintbrush is? I don't know why I gave us a baby paintbrush, so we might as well use it for the beak. And you find your caramel color. Remember I said the caramel's just for beak and toes, right? Baby brown. So who knows how to outline with a paintbrush now? You do, because you did it like 50 million times. So I stab my caramel, and I'm going to outline her little, and it's just a V. So if you paint it over it, you just paint a V with the top. Oh, but it's flat. Mine is just 2D. It's not 3D. It looks bad. How about if I add a teeny bit of white to it? Just so she has a little shiny part on her nose. So I'm going to get a little poke of white. So everybody watch, I'm just going to go, oh, whoosh. What? What? Should I leave it like that or rub it in a little bit? Just a little bit. It'll make baby caramel. Cute. Cute. And what if dark caramel's on the outside edge? Shadow. And oh yeah, I was using the side of my paintbrush. The tip of my paintbrush, if I hold it too sharp, goes scratch, 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 scratch. I don't like it. Okay, and how about her toes? You know what her toes are? Fingerprints. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Fingerprint. And then where did her little toes go? So it's where the feathers touch the stick. Fingerprint of caramel. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it wasn't enough for 3. Look, it dried out. No, I had to put more. And then space. And then the other side. 1, 2, 3, where the feathers and the stick meet. Well, that's also not 3D. I don't love it. You know what I wish it had? A teeny bit of white swirled inside each one. So I just get my baby paintbrush and a little speck of white. And I just go, oh, poke, poke, poke. Everybody pause and look up. Look what I did. I ruined them. No, I just swirl that in. I could even swirl it in with my finger. How fun would that be? Swirly, swirly, swirl. Swirly, swirly, swirl. It keeps her from being so dark and have a little bit of 3D business. Oh, fun. Let me try it one more time. I think I was a little bit, oh, okay, there. What do we have left? Leaves. So all we need is, you can put the lids on everything except for green and yellow. All mine are open. I'm totally going to end up sitting in the paint. Why do I keep saying that? I'm going to wish it come true if I keep saying it. Stop saying it. Okay, so I got my green and my yellow. So, of course, we're making green leaves. That's totally obvious, right? But look at, I put a little, remember how we put the gray and let it run out? Well, we put a little stripe of yellow, like where because the moon is shining on it. Shine, shine. So after you make your green leaves, you put a little shine, shine, shine. Okay, so how do you make a leaf? Parentheses, parentheses. I'm a dash and a dash, and they're pointy. I am not making ovals. If I try to paint it in one swoop, I'll go up and then curve it and come back. It looks terrible. I'll show you. I'll make an ugly one. So this is an ugly one. Don't do this. Right, so here's my leaf, and I'm going to go on top of my stick. My stick is too big, so I'm going to put my leaf on my stick. But watch me try to make it in one swoop. Woo! That is an egg. That's bad. She has to have a pointy tip. So instead, everybody watch. I go parentheses, stop. Parentheses, stop. It has a point when I do it that way. Come to I'll do this one. Rainbow, point. Smile, stop. That's how you get the point. Don't try to do it in one swoop. They're round. So I go, okay. So I go parentheses, right? Or rainbow, smile, but kind of flat. They're not round. And then what if you get a round one? Watch me. What? That is ridiculous and does not belong there. Well, I just put a triangle on the end. Now it's right. Because sometimes I do accidentally make round ones. So I know I could put a triangle on the end if I make a oopsie doopsie. Because they're pointy. So it's rainbow smile, but they have little points on them. Should I just leave it look like they look hollow? Looks bad. And let me tell you that my trick for painting this in, everybody pause and look up. Paint with the side of your paintbrush and not the tip. Like peanut butter it on. Like flat paintbrush. It's flatter and smoother. The tip of your paintbrush goes scratch, scratch, scratch. So I get my green paint and I try to be a flat paintbrush. Let me show you. Like I smush it and I try to stay flat.
1 second. If you guys need to go ahead and log off, go ahead. I already have some students that they need to leave. If you need to leave, go for it. If you want the video, I'm gonna post the video on Dojo for you, so no worries.
And then where does the yellow go? It's gonna be on top of all the green. So I clean my paintbrush, pinch, and I get yellow. Everybody pause and look up so you can see me do it. Yellow. Oh, pretty. Yellow on the top, yellow on the top, yellow on the top, yellow. So she has a little bit of 3D shine, so she's not flat green, because we learned that that's no good. So I just, oh, yellow. Yellow on the top, like a shimmer shine of yellow. Good job, you guys. Who feels like this came out better than you thought it would? Remember when you saw the painting, you were like, no way, right? And now you're like, you have, okay, let's check for 3D. Is your sky dark, medium, light? Is your feathers dark, medium, light? Are your eyes dark, medium, light? Your leaves, right? Those are values. That's called value. And then how about your texture? Does your sky have interesting texture? Your moon have interesting texture? Your stick has interesting texture? Look how much you learned. We didn't just paint whatever. Who has little oopsies on their moon they'd like to fix? Now's the time, but your paintbrushes are filthy. But you can use your finger. like this. I don't like this right here on mine because I got on a musical. There. Fixie. Oops. Good job, you guys. Came out so good. And Mateo, don't forget that little yellow dot. It goes in the corner of the black closest to the moon. Good job, you guys.